What's poppin', yo? It looks like the OVO steppers put Lil Yachty in line. They gave him the standard operating procedures. They said, hey, look, this is how you talk about the beef. Because initially, Yachty had liked the tweet, which he later admitted he liked accidentally. And he said that again on this recent podcast appearance he did on Flagrant. But then after that tweet, he went on his own podcast or was talking to someone else and then said, yeah, you can't deny that Kendrick Lamar's putting out good music. Something that a lot of people, the stands in this beef, got on him for. And in the most recent interview that he did with Flagrant, he says he wishes he had never even spoken on the beef. That was his biggest mistake because he got a bunch of backlash for it. Probably from Drake's people too. I wouldn't be surprised. And from Drake. Although Yachty says, and the funniest part about this is, I'm going to try to play the clip. I don't know how Flagrant is with copyright. But Yachty says that when they said that was one of the greatest moments for hip-hop, or that was a really great moment for hip-hop, instead of saying the facts, which is, yeah, it was a great moment for fans of hip-hop, for listeners of hip-hop, he says, oh, y'all think so?
It was a great moment for hip-hop.
Do you think so?
I think so.
Yeah, absolutely.
How is that even debatable?
That's how you know they got the person in line. And they're like, yeah. Yachty's like, okay, I'm not going to mess this one up again. I know who's listening. And I don't think he just means like, oh, Drake and his people are listening. I think he means the general public, and these stands are going to weaponize it in a way that may strain the relationships that I have, which I understand. I don't blame Yachty for this. He already gave his honest opinion. That's all we needed. But we got to talk about him circling back and talking about, oh yeah, you know, it's probably because Drake smashed a lot of people's girl and he's that guy. That's why they're hating on him. Dog, like, we need to dismiss this. Oh, man, I wish I could say that on YouTube. We need to dismiss this ridiculous take. You know how many people there have been in the rap game that have both been that guy for a very long time and have probably smashed a bunch of other dudes' chicks? Jay-Z, Lil Wayne. Who else? Who else was that guy for a period? I was about to say A$AP Rocky, but let's keep it a buck. A$AP Rocky was never the top rapper in the game in terms of just anything. And that's me saying that as somebody that really enjoys A$AP Rocky. But let's just take Lil Wayne and Jay-Z, even DMX. Right, DMX for 2 years was that guy. A couple of years. I can't believe I'm blanking out a little bit. Kendrick Lamar was that guy for a while. J. Cole, but I don't think J. Cole's the type that's like hitting other dudes' chicks. But we'll say Lil Wayne and Jay-Z. Why is it that the entire rap game never turned on either one of them? And apparently journalists and all these other outlets are saying that they don't mess with this individual. Please tell me, why is that? They have similar qualities, so it can't just be that. And I know it's more nefarious than that. It's Drake throwing subs after doing something like that. And this is what I believe. If he's doing something like, let's say he's with some dude shit, because these guys pass the same chicks around anyway. Look, Travis was just with 50 Cent's like ex-girl or something. 50 Cent isn't really tripping about it. Now, this is where things change. If Travis now starts posting 50 Cent lyrics or throwing subs that only 50 Cent would understand, now 50 Cent's looking at him like, yo, are you trying to punk me? Are you trying to play me? Are you trying to disrespect me? I didn't know we had problems. And then now that spurs an animosity between them. And then when 50 Cent goes at Travis, they're like, oh yeah, you're just mad at him because he was hitting your girl or some chick that was your girl. No, that's not the case. It's not just because of that. It's because of the disrespect that's spurred out of that. And that sly weasel behavior is what I am guessing people have problems with Drake for. There's no other way. It's just, there's too many other people doing the same thing. And because he's the guy. When has hip hop ever hated on the guy being number one? They wouldn't have worked with him if they genuinely hated on him. And they all listen to him. And none of them say, oh yeah, Drake is whack. This isn't like the early 2010s when you had people like DMX saying, oh, Drake is trash, or Charlemagne saying, Drake is corny, and a bunch of people resistant to Drake's appeal or his music. Hell no. People really in hip hop, they're celebrating the guy that's number one. People loved Wayne when he was number one. People loved Jay-Z when he was number one. Hell, people love anybody that's really number one. They love J. Cole. They show love to J. Cole. They show love to Kendrick Lamar when he's number one. So the fact that, oh, they're hating on him because he's been number one for so long, come on. Now, if you're talking about fans, oh yeah, fans get tired of you when you're winning for too long. They want you to break down so they can bring you back up. Or they just want to take you out the paint if you've been number one for too long. So if Yachty is talking specifically about stans in this case, or fans, yes, I am in total agreement. If you've been winning for too long, they want you up out of here, especially if you're the type to floss on them and flex that you're the winner. Yeah, they're not really going to like that too much. Yachty also went on to say that Drake seemed unbothered by this entire beef, which we're not falling for that. Do I think Lil Yachty is lying? No. But keep in mind, Drake is an actor. Drake is an actor. The only people that Drake probably divulges all of his personal feelings about his career and where everything is going is likely his OVO crew that's been with him since before he even rapped. Anybody else, no matter how close they may be, they're not getting the full Drake. So what I think is that Yachty's probably telling the truth. When he links with the guy, he probably seems like he's unbothered. He doesn't really care. He's not tripping off it too hard. But what I think is happening is that Drake is saying, oh, Yachty's coming? All right, time to put the acting mask on. I got to pretend like I'm unbothered by this whole situation so that if Yachty does say anything, he says I'm unbothered by it. That's what I think is really happening. And it's not just a lack of trust. It's more so, yeah, it is somewhat of a lack of trust. But it's more so making sure that you're covering all your bases. Because remember, there were rumors that it was 40, who was one of Drake's closest mans, that leaked information about Drake's kid to a girl, pillow talking, that leaked it to Pusha T somehow. I don't know if that was conclusive, but if I'm Drake and that happened with my closest mans, the last person I'm gonna let know anything that can harm me is Yachty. And that's not because Yachty's chatting or Yachty's not worthy of trust. It's that leak, the closer someone is to you, the less likely something should be to leak. So Yachty is not as close to Drake as 40 and these other people. Therefore, it's higher likelihood of something leaking that might hurt his image, especially in this beef. And you can't tell me, if you're a regular human being, that people jam into your song, calling you a kid diddler, a kid toucher, like chasing kids, and this actually be a narrative that's spreading. You can just look in the comment sections of some of my videos. You've got these deranged, not even Drake stans, Kendrick stans that are coming in my comments saying absolute falsities like, oh yeah, this dude's a Drake stan, we could tell you love Drake. Yeah, I love Drake music, the hell? But clearly anybody that's watched has seen that, yeah, I gave Drake a fat L in this beef, but these people are deranged. You say anything and they'll pounce on it. And there's not only that, they're deranged that they believe this whole, oh yeah, Drake loves kids thing just because it was echoed in some raps. So they're spreading that bothers you. While Drake can say, oh yeah, it doesn't bother me when people say stuff, 3 days, it goes away. When it's something like this, trust me, everybody cares what people think when they're painting you as something that you really don't want to be. But that's what I have to say about that situation. I think he's acting in front of Yachty. Hell, he may be acting in front of himself to pretend like he's unbothered. But you are bothered if you're Drake in this situation. And there's nothing wrong with that. He should be. But he should also learn that he provoked it to this point. Kendrick Lamar said, hey, you wanted to bring my family into this? All right, let's do it. And he stomped him out with some Timbs, got the footprint right on the side of his face when he's doing those duck lips. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments. I think it was smart by Yachty to really, really pull back and say, man, y'all, that was one of the funniest quotes that I've seen in the past couple of days. Oh, y'all think so? When he said it was one of the best moments for hip-hop. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching. Peace.